Hey, what's up, freedom fighters? This is Fred Moore. The Freedom Variant podcast is up with 2 episodes. Episode 1, I introduced the podcast and what the purpose of it is. And of course, it's short. It's only like 20 minutes long. The second episode is also up. Episode number 2 is an interview with Grant Johnson, who is a man who lives in Sydney, Australia. He reached out to me and he told me, I need to come on your podcast. I need to talk about what's going on. And the reason why I had to get him on right away is because I know that the news here in the United States is not reporting what's happening elsewhere. And I have been checking out what's going on in Australia for a while now, and it is draconian. It is absolutely draconian. I mean, they have been locked down for 2 months, okay? They're pointing guns at people, and there's now all-out protests and riots in the streets. Cops are hitting them hard. They're taking batons and smacking them down. They're firing rubber bullets. And I want you guys to realize that here in America, it's probably going to come to that too, but I don't know. All I'm thinking is we got to stop that crazy shit from happening here in the United States. So if you want, you could go check out the podcast, right? If you're seeing this on my Instagram account at The Freedom Variant, click the link in the bio and it'll take you right to the YouTube channel. But be aware that I'm already being shadow banned, all right? I know this because people have been telling me they can't find the podcast on YouTube, they can't subscribe, all kinds of issues. So if for some reason that link doesn't work, another way you could get to it is by going to YouTube and up in the search bar, put in quotation marks, The Freedom Variant Podcast. Somebody told me that worked for them, and I tried it myself and it did. So for now, that's ways you can find the podcast. When you get there, please like it and share it because it won't last long. It's going to eventually get taken down. I do plan on, starting a Rumble account, an Odyssey account. You know, those aren't banned. But we know the deal. Not everybody really goes there. So I'm trying to make a go of it on the YouTube channel. I will tell you another thing. I found on Instagram just now, I follow a news channel that, pretty much is like, pretty open. They report everything. And they were showing a video of the protests, the riots that are going on in Australia in the streets. This guy is running and he smacks his face on the ground. He gets up. They're beating people down. So I'm trying to repost it onto the Freedom Variant. And I was trying for like 15, 20 minutes. It won't let me repost. So that could be a coincidence, or that's all part of the Instagram big tech censorship thing. But if you want to know who's controlling you, if you want to know who's got their claws dug in you and who's controlling your life, always look for the people that you can't talk about. Always look for the people you can't criticize. In America and in any democracy, we can criticize whoever we want. It's our right. It's called free speech, okay? And if you got something going on where people want to criticize you and it's censored, that's a problem, okay? Those are the bad guys. So listen, guys, I'm doing the best I can myself. I was just telling somebody this morning that I don't even know if I could run 2 podcasts, all right? I put a lot of hard work into the other podcast, which is at Steel Mace Nation on Instagram, and if you go to YouTube, it's a Steel Mace Nation podcast. That you should be able to find with no problem. But anyway, I put almost 3 years of work into that podcast. I'm building my fitness business up. I'm a fireman. I'm a family man. I go to church, I'm religious, and I'm trying to do the best I can. And, I'm taking all of this stuff seriously. Like, it's impacting me hard. All right. I'm trying to be there for everybody, do what I got to do and keep my head clear. But at the same time, I'm very, very moved in a bad way with what's going on in this world. I am going on record as to say, and I'm not the first one, more smarter and more intelligent people than me who write books and do stuff like, politics and things for a living have been saying this for months, if not for the whole year. And I'm going to say it right now. It looks like there's this big shift. They're trying to shift us into socialism. And it's really not even about vaccines or masks or anything like that. It's not. These are just instruments of persuasion that they're using. Okay, they're persuading the whole world to go their way. All right, and in America, we're getting dangerously close to losing our democracy, and they're going to replace it with some form of socialism. And from there on out, it's just going to become more government, bigger government, more intrusive, and it's going to be some form of tyranny. And usually history shows that once that happens, people's rights are taken away, and you start living in a society that is very negative. And if you look at North Korea, those people live in a bubble. And, well, look, I don't know if we'll get as bad as them, but we're going to lose our freedoms. We're going to lose our democracy. Okay? And once it's gone, you can almost never get it back. Unless, of course, you have a revolutionary war. All right. That's it, guys. Thanks for listening. And remember, keep up the fight.